GTI video. I know. Anyways, for me, it's like, yay. I have a problem where my lights on my dash are just they're not there. Half of them are blown out, and I need to replace them with, I'm just going to replace them with LEDs. So I got a pack, of, yes, this. So I should have more than enough. I only need 3. It only takes 3. So let me show you. Okay, so I've scoured YouTube on how to remove this dash because I've already taken it off like maybe 4 or 5 times. I was looking for shorts and shit like that. But I scoured before I took the dash off to see how it's taken off. Nobody shows you how to take off this dash. Okay, you cannot, when you remove all your faceplate dash cover thingy for the dash, you can't get to it like that, to the speedometer cable. You have to disconnect the speedometer cable. I'm sorry. And it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen through the bottom. I already tried. I removed that shit, and it ain't gonna happen. So I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck are these people doing this shit? Because I see a bunch of videos. They say they're gonna fix the odometer is not working, not the speedometer, but the odometer is not working. And basically, they go into it and repair it. And it basically, when they start, magically, the damn thing is out of there. They'll tell you about the screws holding the whole dash, all that shit. But basically, they will not tell you how they got this thing out of here. So I'm going to show you how to get it out of there the easy way without breaking any parts and shit. Okay, let's start with the climate control system. Don't remove that button, just leave it. Just pull this out, and basically this just pulls out. It might have like a clip or whatever, it'll unclip. Okay, so now all you do is disconnect these buttons, or these plugs, sorry. Oh my God, I'm gonna need 2 hands for that. I'm gonna assume that you guys are connector savvy, so you squishy the little thingy and it comes out like that. This one, I don't think it has one of those. It just plugs in. It just plugs in. There's no way I'm gonna pull this out with one. Oh, look at that. I am strong. Okay, put this to the side. And basically, normally you're going to have a stereo there, so you're going to have to remove your stereo. Mine's down here. I think this is a better location because this, when it's right here, the sun hits the faceplate and you can't see shit. So that's why mine is here. Okay, this is where I have my boost gauge. Wow, when it was boosted. Air fuel mixture and just a volts thing. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and remove that out of the way so that I can get this faceplate off. But first, the screw right there. There should be a screw right there, but it's missing on this one. And there is a screw right there. And yours probably will have the screw right here. Mine, it's never been there, so I'll just whatever. And then one screw right here, one screw right here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically pull these guys out. And basically do the same thing that we did with the climate control. Unplug the wires, and I'm gonna need both hands for that. So, but trust me, you can do it. So it has like these little hooks way down here. You see it right there on the inside. Same thing over there. Okay, that's where it is. So you just kind of pull away from it, and these things will open up. So when you're pulling on it, don't be pulling on it like this, because you're gonna be locking them. So it just pulls away from that thing, and you can push that back in. And basically do the same thing for this one. And if you have other buttons that are doing stuff, go ahead and do the same thing. But my buttons are not doing anything, so. But basically the same thing goes for the headlights. And if you have fog lights, same thing. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, there is a connector right here. Right there. Squeeze that in right there and pull the connector out. Depending on your car, mine is like like really, really old. So I had to weld it back together because the plastic is very fragile. So it might break. Be very careful with that. This is for your brake and seatbelt bullshit. So very careful with that, because it's very easy to break. If it does break, you can use a soldering iron to kind of put it back together, or maybe some JB Weld. JB Weld! Anyways, I went ahead and left the button out. I was able to push the dash, pull it out, and just unplug the connector from the backside. Just left the headlight on there. If you're having trouble with that, you can do it that way, and it shouldn't be any problem. So that's the last connector, and we can get this out of the way. See, we went ahead and unplugged it. We left the headlight thingy on switch. Okay, we're putting it to the side. And this is why I tell you, there is no freaking room you can get your hand behind here to disconnect the speedometer. Okay, and same thing goes for going under there. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, so the trick to the whole thing is we gotta remove our vent. What? Our vent? Why in the hell would we want to remove our vent? Yeah, we have to remove our vent. It's really easy. Just grab a screwdriver very carefully without breaking it. See, it already came out. It just pops out. See, it clips on right here, right there. Clips on right there. That's all there's to this. And basically, there's a screw right here. You're gonna remove that, and this is gonna allow this whole plastic to come out. And then you're gonna get your hand in there, unplug the speedometer cable, and magic. Well, you still have to disconnect the wires down there on the dash, but I'll show you when we get there. See, this is the part that I had to figure out the hard way. I mean, I'm still scratching my head on how they actually removed the dash. And I bet you that their speedometer cable is doing this when it's on the freeway, just dancing like that, because I bet you they bent the fuck out of the cable at where it connects to the speedometer. So this is to prevent that kind of damage. So this is why you want to go through there. But back to this, all you do is just pull it out. Simple as that. There you go. There's the speedometer cable right there in that area where my finger is. My nail, tip of my nail. Okay. It's that little white thick thing. Okay, and you can see the clip right between the two wires, the black and the white wire. There's a clip. You squeeze and it pops right out. Ah, that's simple, man. See? Watch. I can get my hand in here real easy. And I got big ass. I'm holding the speedometer cable already. Okay, I can easily disconnect it. Okay. So now we actually disconnect. Oh God. That cable right there, those wires right there. And the same thing with the white one right there. That one right there, that white one. And that is the power that powers all the cluster. And that's it. Comes right out. But don't forget to remove that screw. And let me see if there's one down here. Not on mine. And remove that screw. That one. And that is it. It comes right out. Okay, so I'm going to remove those screws. And but first I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. It's basically the same thing. You have to just pull kind of hard downwards and it'll unplug. The wiring that plugs on this corner right here, basically you can get it through here, but you're gonna have to remove actually this to get to this wiring over here. So you can go through the bottom right here and pull on it. You just pull on it. It doesn't, you don't have to unclip anything. It'll just unclip by itself. It's one of those like bumpy, a little bump clip that you just gotta go over the bump, basically, and that's it. Some cars, some MK2s have a vacuum line back here, so you're gonna have to get to it through over here also. Now that the speedometer cable is out of the way, you can get your hand in deeper and then unplug the vacuum line. Why you would need a vacuum line over here, I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that out on this car because it's got a vacuum line right about there. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect that, and that is it. I should be able to pull the dash out. Like I said, I just put my hand through the whole thing, through the vent. And I got to the vacuum line, and I was able to disconnect it. And now it's out. I just have to like watch everything that I don't, you know, because it's a pretty big cluster of fuck. Probably going to the side. I think I'm gonna need both hands now for this shit. Yeah. Hold on. I'm seriously having too much fun with this shit. So basically what I had to do is just spin it till I got it to where the connector for the power bottom is on this side. And then I can slide it out like that. It's either that or removing the bolts on your steering wheel to lower it. But basically it'll come out. And don't worry, there's really nothing here that you can break. Just don't be too rough on it and you should be fine. All right. So I hear rattles in there, so I don't know what's going on. Here's the vacuum line. Why in the world do you need a vacuum line going to here? That doesn't make any sense. It's nothing that, it's not delivering any messages over here. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and basically replace my bulbs, which is real easy. 1, 2, 3. The reinstallation is the reverse order, but basically the trick is going through here. See, because you can really get in here. See, cable right there. Okay, vacuum line right here. So reverse order, plug in your vacuum line first, which is going to be about there, and then plug in your thing. And then put everything back together. Plug the bottom cables that go here and here, and you should be fine. So I'm just gonna test to see if they all light up. If one of them doesn't light up, you basically just take it out and turn it 180 degrees, and then put it back in, and then secure it, and it should light up. Basically, it's a polarity thing, but just know that you can't blow it up. Like if they're hooked up backwards, they're not gonna blow up. You just take them out, put them back in. So, oh wow, those are bright. I used to, when I turned it on, only this side turned on, and that little thing turned on, but this side was like dark at night. And let me tell you, that is bright. I wonder if this works. Oh, it does. Look at that. I thought because they were LEDs, they were not going to be dimmable. Yes, they are. All right. Okay, I'm going to put everything back together. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching.